man.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
So far, so good. So far, so good.
I've had quite a time today trying to get back online.
Really?
Yeah,
What
I've been
happened?
off lost internet, sometime in the night, and then I woke up with no internet, and so it literally just came on, 10 minutes ago, and I've been just got it all back on, and I actually did my a live broadcast from my cell phone, but I couldn't connect on through the live events portion and Hangouts, so it was just live streaming at the time of the Frontlines broadcast, I spoke for 15 minutes and called it the end, so I could get back on trying to see if I can get the internet up and running. Yeah, I hate having to deal with customer service in the Philippines. If you think it's bad speaking to the Filipino, customer support when you're in America, it's worse when you're here because because they only want to speak to you in Tagalog. So, anyway, so how are things going today?
So far, so good. I mean, I'm pretty excited. A lot of stuff that would indicate that we're that indicates that we got some progress. That port that we talked about from the Clintons down in Florida, that we broke it. It was their port, and they were shipping kids out of there. They busted it up today.
Oh, wow.
And they, NBC came out and reported on Hillary Clinton covering up a pedophile ring as the head of the State Department.
Excuse me?
You didn't see that?
No, I haven't had any internet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God, yeah. Today, so they came out. NBC came out with it, and actually said that some very hot news with the State Department covering up a pedophile ring, and while Hillary Clinton was there, and Scientology is being sued for something in that world as well, and Hillary Clinton is part of that as well.
Well, that's definitely some news.
And then the other one is the NXIVM. They found pictures of Huma Aberdeen and Stormy Daniels and Wiener on
yes.
the laptop, right? And then the other one, so they were talking about on NBC. They were like, well, is this they're like, is this information been corroborated? Has it been, So I'm about to bring out a series of documents and events and a timeline that I'm going to put into a very official, conclusion that no one will be able to deny. I'm going to take it and I'm giving all official proof that is going to fucking demolish that bitch. And I'm sending it to NBC, Fox, everywhere.
Yeah, fire.
Well, see, I just figure if they're out there actually looking for evidence, I'm gonna give it to them.
I'm gonna have to get some sound effects so I can make explosion sounds.
Dude, we're gonna take out the Clintons, and it's gonna be like they never saw us coming. It's gonna be like tarantulas in the wall.
But these would be poisonous tarantulas.
Yeah, of course.
The spit web.
If there was tarantula, my friend in Arizona said they heard tapping running along the walls of the roof, and it was tarantulas, and they had no idea. And they called an exterminator. They said, "Get out of the house right now." They left the house. The house was infested everywhere with thousands and thousands of tarantulas. and I was like, I would have died. I would have died just knowing they were there. I wouldn't have been able to breathe. I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah. Well, I hear they're really good if you fry them up with some garlic and.
Nope. I'm not eating that fucker. I don't care how long you cook it. You can boil it, cook it, tell me it's dead, I still would be freaked out. Never in a million years.
Yeah, you can use the hairs as toothpicks afterwards.
Oh God! Just the thought. Oh, it hurts me. Oh, it's awful. Yeah, man. We
Well.
just had Doctor. Oh, are we getting on? What are we doing? We live?
Say again?
We're not live, are we?
Yeah, we're live.
Ah, sorry. I didn't even know. I thought you should be talking. Sorry. Shouldn't have let my secret out there.
Sorry. Oh, now okay. Tank exposed. His greatest fear.
Yeah. No.
Sprint.
Dr. Leonard Horowitz, right? Was just on the show tonight. If anybody did not, or whoever, you should definitely go watch that show when it comes out on YouTube or go to speakproradio.com. It was great conversation. He's like one of the first people to bring out the healing frequencies for like 432 and 528, right? Like he tapped into the 528 and explained it. Really amazing. He talked about how to undo the damages from vaccines.
Wow.
So cool stuff, man. Really cool stuff.
Well, everything is vibration, so you just have to resync up with health. It's really what it comes down to. There's things that you put into your body that are going to resonate in a frequency that's not healthy, and the more that builds, the more unhealthy you get. And as soon as you can eliminate those frequencies and replace them with a frequency that's more positive, then but you have the complete say over it and how that vibration exists, right? And it helps when you ingest good things with good vibrations.
Yep. No, I totally high frequency food, man. There's like stay on a high frequency diet. You can. I'm a fervent believer. You can really ultimately like get to a certain level. You can put whatever you want in your body. It's if you just you appreciate it the right way. You put the right blessing on it, and you transmute that energy. Not that I'm recommending that. I mean, I think it's easier to do if you just eat healthy, but I'm fairly convinced that that's possible. I mean, I do this every month. The schedule I keep and I've never had my life where I've sat so much on phones and computers and things like this ever. But I've maintained pretty very healthy numbers and very healthy all my basic things. So I think that's just because I will it to happen. To be honest.
Yeah, no, it's all about setting. I used to when I was in let's say this. I was in sync with running at 24 hours a day, and driving over a lot of places and getting to meetings and and it would go on for weeks at a time, and I get very little sleep, but I would end up just setting that I only need 10 minutes of REM sleep, and I'd go right into REM, and then I could wake up 10 minutes later and be completely fine for 12 hours. And then I could do it again for another 10 minutes. But just going right into REM is by will, right? Just to get into that frequency.
I think it's by wave too. I mean, like your body goes in waves. So if you understand how the waves of your body, and you just you get like I'll pull my car over. I mean, like literally, I don't care what I'm doing. I'll pull my car over and take a nap. Like I'll take a 15-minute nap. I'm good. Do it all the time.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's definitely sometimes I pull over and end up being 45 minutes or an hour, but it's definitely better than that. I also had while driving a lot, I had a Toyota Prius that had the high-tech package on it, and so it would actually drive itself. So it would keep you in the lane. It would also slow down and speed up if you set the cruise. So it's a dynamic cruise control. So, if someone cut you off, it would back you off. If they sped up, right, to where you were going up at your speed, if you set it for 70 miles an hour and they cut you back to 60, but if they speed up, you'll just keep a safe distance behind them, getting back up to your speed. So it was very effective. It also had collision avoidance, and so if you did get drifted over, or while at the wheel, you're drifting over and you're going to hit the side rail, it would steer you back. It actually gave some alarm bells too, doot 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 doot, and bring you back up. So those, it's amazing how technology can help. I know it saved me having a lot of accidents with that much driving. I think I was doing about 28,000 miles a year at that time, mostly Utah, Nevada, California, back and forth. So just so much driving, just kept going for good 5 years straight. But anyway, so any other news? I know I guess I'm sorry to not let you know we're already broadcasting, but
That's okay.
I was trying to get things up and running, and I left the music playing. I looped it like 4 times, the intro music, and when you came on, I said, "Oh, good, I can stop the looping."
No, man, nothing that's so nothing that I can speak to with Kim.
Space Command to Galactic Unicorn,
which I'm hoping that. I mean, sure, she's programming or in a. She's obviously an operational thing.
You faded out for 30 seconds.
Okay, so I mean, I haven't heard from Kim. She is clearly in an operational stage. I think the evidence of that operation is taking place all around us. I mean, for NBC to be reporting on Hillary Clinton and anything to do, in her state.
I wonder if that'll make it over to MSNBC. Oh yeah, they're fading you out again, talking about Hillary and the State Department and NBC reporting on her connection. I guess I could say it. Her connection to pedophilia and Anthony Weiner and the laptop and Uber Aberdeen and all the sickening things that were on that laptop. Now, as it's become, public evidence, it can be brought into many different lawsuits and many different investigations. And Tank is faded out. Well, okay. Tui is. I guess I'll send Tui the connection. I see he's on the chat group. Tui. Okay. Tui has the link, and we're just waiting. Oh, Nate was there. Howdy day, Nate. How's it going? I just checked some of my Telegram messages to see Nate was asking for the link. Oh, but that was at 9:30. Sorry. I thought he wanted to come on this one. So, yeah, well, we had Tank for a little while here. More technical difficulties. He's faded out, and it looks like we have Tui on. Hey, Tui.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing very well. Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting. Thank you so much.
Any news on your end in Fiji?
Yes. We just had a meeting. I just came back from a meeting. I met with our intelligence community. So, according to the last conversation we had with Dank, with the proof talking about the proof. So we went and talked about it today with them, and I told them to watch the show today. That I'm gonna, we'll be talking about how we are ready and how we'll wait for the funds to, for the proof, because this will accelerate the the role that or the project that we're trying to do in Fiji. So we've come up with a time if we can do that on Thursday at 10 o'clock. We'll be able to go straight to the our central bank, and we'll open up. We're already working with the governor for our central bank, so
Awesome.
we're able to go and we just set up a call with Dank and Kim, and we'll wait for that proof. So they just need our PM and some of the people that are involved that they already know that this change is happening. They 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 definitely need the money, but they just want to have a proof. And I said, the proof is already there. You have no money. That's the proof. But
Proof, yeah. Well, why
we
don't
just
you
have
have
to
any?
do this.
Oh,
Why
I'm
don't?
telling you, you want to check it out?
And so I told them we only need proof when I know if we have all the money and then everything is all working properly, and we it's like this transfer from a bank to bank thing, but really this is not a bank to bank. This is from the trust to the people of Fiji, and which represents the sovereignty of the people here. So by Kim and Tank organizing that from the other side, that's a sign of recognition of sovereignty of what we have been trying to do here in Fiji. Not just Fiji, will be the sample to the rest of the world. So once everything goes on here, every island around the Pacific, the Solomons, I have contacts from the Solomons and the Vanuatu. I will be doing the same thing with them as well, spiritually aligning them and then aligning them with a trust, so they can they can be sovereign as just as how we have expressed our sovereignty. And so Thursday 10 a.m. That's Fiji time. I will try and let Tank, if Tank is on the show. We'll run through. We'll wait from this side. We'll wait with intelligence. They just want to see a proof. If we can do that, we can open up. We can go through the process together with Tank and the team, and we'll keep these things moving forward and accelerate everything from there. And so, if we can do that there in Fiji, we can do it in any other country in the world. So, like I said, this is going to be a sample. It's going to be a template. What we're going to be doing here. So, yeah, that's just basically the update. We've already had the meeting, and I've already told them that I will arrange that with Tank and Kim. So they will arrange the side from the government side and the proof. As soon as we get the proof, I already told them that the Reserve Bank already have the papers prepared, but they don't have the allocation numbers. And so they have a container of printed money, which is still not cut yet. They've already received it, but it's just coming in line. It's just preparation for these things.
So you're talking about that they already have uncut cash sitting on pallets, but they don't have allocation numbers, so they can't bring it into the system.
Indeed.
Yeah, okay.
So
that exists a lot, right? And, where there's a lot of that's been done. A lot of deals have been made, government deals, right? Front men are the CIA people that will go out in front, and they'll say, "This is our deal, right? You do this, and we'll put all this cash in your hand, and then as you do this and this, we'll give you allocation numbers." And then it never gets used, or hardly. A lot of it just sits there.
Yep.
And even
Indeed.
for allocation numbers, they'll end up calling it counterfeit.
Yes.
So
it's just I'm just saying that because it's just coming together in a way that why we are talking about it here on Sunday. on on how these things has to come into fruition or come together. So we didn't know that they're going to prepare that, but it's coming. They're preparing. They didn't even know that it's going to come. But when we meet, we understand that everything is happening as it's supposed to happen for the proof to the rest of the world. And all we have to do is know our role, and we do our role to the fullest of our ability. And if you can understand that this is how the fifth element works, all over the planet, and we are just part of that, and we're just expressing that love, and that's how it is. We just have to be thankful and be joyful on this agreement that you come to do. So, yeah,
Well,
be prepared, Dan.
be
We'll
sure to
be-
tell them that this is the time to be brave.
Oh yes,
So the prime minister may get a call from someone and say, "Oh, don't go there. Don't go to the central bank with TUI."
yes.
Yeah.
The intelligence are not listening to anyone else right now, because everywhere they've gone to for money, they don't have, they've gone through ups and downs, in and out, to all the resource, every financial institution or all the authorities that they used to go to before, even the Chinese governments and all this. They reached all that, and the banking system is just saying something different from what these people are promising. They can access, even they can access, even the Russian government and the Chinese government are having problems with their banking system as well. So they know that they can't have that, they can't have that allocation. They need the allocation from the trust, because it has been running, and it has been controlling the monetary system for so long. And now that someone else is controlling, they can't think outside of the box, because if they think outside of the box, they have to collapse first and then reorganize and then restructure again. So that's what we don't want here in Fiji. We want to solve the thing, make use of that money to heal the people that have been suffering for years, because of because the value of our economy has been geared towards money and not towards the people. So this is a lesson that we are learning, and not only us, everyone on the planet. The people and their livelihood have been taken for granted, have been taken advantage of, and it's time for us to learn that lesson and heal it ourselves, because there's no one else from outside that will be able to do that. We will have to do it on our own, and then learn to love each other and be sovereign. And that's what sovereignty truly is: recognizing that energy and expressing it through love. So right now, our PM, has been there's been so many people coming in the past to him to come and tell them that there's money coming in for the government and all this, and now that we came to him, he said, "What's the difference between you and all these other people that came in the past? They've come and promised us money and this and that." And I said, the evidence now is different, because it's different now. It's much different, because of how there's no more money now for the government. In those times, money was flowing pretty, it was going well. The economy was running well. But now it's the evidence is right there. You can't even find it anywhere else on the planet. And so that's why this is different from this is just a time for it. It's time for change. And now the lesson.
It's also interesting that the world thinks of the money is all coming from individual countries. They never think that that it all comes from one place, right? They think that each country is making their own money. They don't know behind the scenes that it's been set up to be distributed from the BIS, Bank of International Settlements, and IMF. World Bank and Federal Reserve. They don't understand this, and so when there's no money flowing, the question is why? Why is there no money flowing? And they don't get it. So when these other people come around and say, "Oh yes, we're going to give you Marcos's gold," right? Marcos is to put this aside from, or this or maybe it's Neil Keenan, or maybe it's a Swiss Indo. Everyone's trying to go because they have access to paperwork that says this asset exists, right? And that they can actually make it happen. And maybe, they believe that they can make it happen. But I think that it's all been a part of the just trying to break through. Right, to get the understanding of. I mean, my understanding of it is greatly increased, over the last 5 years. So and I knew a lot 5 years ago, but I had no idea of the names and the accounts and the sizes and who was the players back 200 years ago, 100 years ago, so 50 years ago. All of this is coming about now. The people are now ready, to receive this.
Indeed.
So who's going to take the video on Thursday?
I'll be taking it.
You said it was not your role.
Because they will need me to be there. So
I know, but I said you bring someone. That's what I was saying. Find someone whose role it is to do a video, because I don't want to tell you it's your role. But okay, if you want to take the role, that's fine too. You can have the role if you like it.
I'll just use this tablet to video the whole thing. Because I will try and let everyone, maybe everyone on the show, to you can actually put it up, or or maybe just send them to them. Send to them. We'll see. But yes, this information, even though it's a little, it's confidential, but it's talking about the freedom of the people in Fiji, and so that means everyone.
That's all the secrets, right? It's done being in the shadows.
Yeah.
We keep things in the shadows. That's where they can play games.
Yes. No, it will be good, because we can present, in the future when everything is working well, we can present this in a complete manner. We can present, this was hidden. Now it's, you can, you have the right to know what a trust is and who's the trustee, and what they've done to the whole planet, and how they, manipulate the value that has been produced by the essence within. And so, everyone needs to know, or don't just needs to know, but this is, this is talking about their freedom, and the way to free themselves. And we're not going to hide that from them, or we're not going to keep the secret from them. Everyone has to know it, and how it came together, and how it works, and everyone that was involved in it. Yeah, so we had the meeting today. And that's I talked with the intelligence, and they said we came up with a time 10 o'clock on Thursday, and we'll try and make up we'll try and organize Dank and Kim to to be able to just do a proof, just like the way they did to the who was this guy, the Secretary of Defense that Trump appointed. Hannigan.
No, Shanahan. He's out now. He's been replaced.
Yes. I just said I knew that he was replaced, and change of. But what he did was same thing that we're gonna try and do, not just to prove it, and then it almost has no value. We're gonna prove it, but we're gonna make sure the rest of the planet understand what has just happened, and not just the government here, but everyone in Fiji. And that's what the project is all about. We need to let them know on how the spiritual energy has been enslaved for these hundreds and thousands of years. So that's what the project is about, and hopefully everything comes together and works together through Thursday. And which simply means that everyone that's been invited to come to Fiji, Dank, then we'll be paying for your fare to come to Fiji and celebrate.
I'm ready. Yeah. I'll start packing.
Yeah. So we'll try and get I'll try and get the information to Tank, and hopefully you can do that as well. Then we'll try and get the connection to Kim so that if she's able to do that on Thursday. But if she won't be able to do, maybe we can talk about it, and when they would be able to do it, we will be waiting. Only wait for it from our side. So yeah, that's the update right now. Looking forward to to meeting everyone in the future, maybe 2 weeks, next 2 weeks or next 3 weeks. I'm looking forward to to that moving forward, and not just keep waiting and waiting for it. And so that's the update from Fiji. Much love and blessing to everyone on the show, everyone listening in. No, I just said because I didn't say hi to them.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, say hello now.
yeah. Hello, hello, and hello to everyone. Thank you so much for your time to come and to choose to be here with us in this moment, is now, to be able to create this thing with us. Thank you so much for being everyone in the chat room. Thank you. Much love and blessings from Fiji.
Yes, much love and blessings from the Philippines also. Well, glad I finally made it on today. So hopefully we'll have I almost wasn't able to get online today. It was very close, just 10 minutes before the broadcast. I missed my earlier broadcast. Well, I did it, but it was not. I did it by my handheld phone, and it was not quite.
Internet problems.
Yeah, but it's okay. The internet, it's okay as long as it's only temporary. All right. Then till for tomorrow, and maybe I'll see you in Fiji the end of the week then.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Take it easy.